Good evening, friends. Hope you all are doing good. So, today we are going to see a very small chapter that is about India. India, its physical setting, its political setting, a little bit. It's not a very heavy chapter, a very small and sweet chapter. So, when we say India, the first thing comes into our mind is a map of the India. So, the particular shape that we have seen since our childhood that comes in front of our eyes. So if you see this map on your screen, so what are the overall extent of India? In this map, you can see yesterday we have day before yesterday we saw about mapping. So we saw that brown color is used for mountains and this green color is used for plains. So you can see alluvial plains and all they are shown in the green color, and yellow color is for plateaus. So they have shown this type of map. So now let us understand the overall physical setting of India. India, this picture, when we say India, this picture immediately pops up in front of our eyes. So right now we can see the north-south extension of India, east-west extension of India. So where does it go? How does it go? So let us understand these basics. So on the northern front, if you can see, on the northern end of India, we have Himalayas. Then in the southern region, we have this Bay of Bengal on one side, Arabian Sea on the other side, and here Indian Ocean on the extreme southern side. So this thing, on the eastern side, you have eastern mountains called as Purvanchals, and western side you have a desert, so Rajasthan desert and Kutch. We can say the flatlands of Kutch, run of Kutch, that we have on the eastern and western side of the India. On the center, you have the peninsula. So peninsula is a land which was not initially part of India. It come floated from southern hemisphere to the northern hemisphere. That we are going to see in a, let us say in a Wegener's theory of continental drift and plate tectonic when I'll come and teach you in the class. So let us understand the basic things about India which are very important, some facts which are very important from the point of view of our preliminary examination. Just one of the sentences can be given in your answer and you'll have to deal with that. So most important thing is the overall area of India. So overall India area of India we can say is around 3.28 million square kilometer. So you have to remember this figure you should always remember because this is important while talking about India's frontiers, India's coastline, overall India's farming, okay, the India soils. So many things reference you can give by using this figure 3.28 million square kilometer, which is the overall area of India. Then north, south and east, west limits or extensions are very, very important. So our north-south extension or distance from north to south is more compared to east to west distance. So roughly if we say north-south extension or the north-south distance of India is around 3,200 kilometers from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, and east to west distance or east to west extent of India is around 2,900 kilometers from Arunachal Pradesh to the run of Kutch or Gujarat. So the easternmost state is Arunachal Pradesh, westernmost state is Gujarat, run of Kutch is a westernmost state, or we can say we have the particular creek running through the Gujarat nearby Gujarat, and it's a border between India and Pakistan. We call it as a Sar Creek. It's a westernmost point of India's. It's India's westernmost point. And on eastern side, it's a Kibithau place called as in Anjao district in Arunachal Pradesh. That is the easternmost side in the east Arunachal Pradesh, which is there. So these things we have understood. So since as we know we have peninsula, so peninsula is nothing but when land is surrounded from three sides by the water, we call it as a peninsula. So three sides of the India are covered by the water. On the eastern side we have Bay of Bengal, on the western side we have Arabian Sea, and on the southern side we have the Ocean of India or Indian Ocean. That also we have seen it's the only ocean named after any country. Okay, so these points are very very important. They can be asked as an option, as one of the options out of one or two options in your question paper. Now let us understand that we have seen northern side we have Himalayas. So Himalayas are running from Jammu and Kashmir to the Nepal up to Arunachal Pradesh. So Arunachal Pradesh they are taking bend and they are known as Purvanchal in the Manipur, Nagaland and Mizoram, this type of region. Then in the northern region we have northern plains. So northern plains initially Rajasthan and Gujarat also this had a northern plains, but now there we have desert. So from Punjab to let us say Assam, we have these northern plains. So northern plains are nothing but alluvial deposits deposited by the river Ganga, Brahmaputra, Yamuna, Sindhu. Okay, so these things we had seen in the domains of the earth. In that we have seen the plateaus, so and plains. So these are the plains. Plains generally we have seen are made because of the deposition of the river, and plains are also part. Sometimes tectonic activity also give rise to plain. So both activities are important, but mostly the deposition of the river are very very important in the formation of the plain. You can see on the eastern coast also we have certain plains because of the deltas made by Mahanadi, Kaveri, Krishna, Godavari, these rivers. Okay, so these plains are one of the important features. Then in this chapter, we'll come across certain terminologies like what is river and what is stream, what is a tributary. So first main river is being formed, and after that some tributaries come and meet to this river in between its course. Or many times many tributaries come together and they form a big river. So a tributary, what is a tributary? So it is a stream smaller than the main river. It is always smaller than the main river and it contributes its water to the main river, discharge its water to the main river. We call it as a tributary. So these are some important definitions which are given in this chapter. Now, if you understand the location settings of the India, how it is placed, we know that it is on the eastern side of the prime meridian. So we are located in the eastern hemisphere. Tropic of Cancer is passing almost through center of the India. It's dividing India into almost two parts. Okay, so 23.30 degrees north on the Tropic of Cancer is passing through the India. Northern latitude, if we see, we have 8 degrees 4 minutes is the northern latitude, and southern latitude we have 37 degrees 6 minutes in the south near Cape Comorin or Kanyakumari as it is known as. Then eastern to west. So if we see this overall extent, let us say 8 degrees 4 minutes are reduced from 37 degrees 6 minutes. So almost 29 degrees of north-south extent. East-west extent if you see. So easternmost point is 97 degrees 25 minutes and western point is almost 68 degrees 7 minutes. So again, if we reduce this 68 degrees from 97, so again you will get around 29 or 30 degrees around. So the India's overall extent east, west and north, south is almost 30 degrees or 29 degrees roughly we can talk about. So this is how India is locationally placed. It is placed in the eastern hemisphere. The Tropic of Cancer is passing through the center and almost east-west and north-south extent of India is almost around 30 degrees or 29 degrees. Now, after seeing this thing, let's talk about India's neighbors. As we know, we have so many neighbors. Some are good neighbors, some are bad neighbors for us. Okay, so sometimes good neighbor become bad neighbor and bad neighbor become good neighbor depending upon the geopolitical situation currently we are going through. So Nepal was a very good neighbor till the point now it has become bad neighbor. Okay, so let us understand these neighbors. So in geopolitics also we will see this how the relation between neighboring countries change and how geopolitical situation impacts the overall international relations. Okay. So directly, if we say directly connecting to the India, the these type of countries, we have seven countries. Okay, somehow they are connected to the India. So we know that these seven countries, we have Afghanistan border. So just 30 kilometers of border is touching between India and Afghanistan. Right now it is in POK. Then second country is Pakistan. Okay. Third country is Nepal. Fourth country is Bhutan. Fifth country is China. Sixth country is Bangladesh, with whom we say we share the largest border. And then seventh country is Sri Lanka. So in Sri Lanka and India, we have this Adams Bridge, and a small water body or small, very narrow lane of water is dividing India and Sri Lanka. It is known as Palk Strait. Okay, so Maldives is also in the Indian Ocean. So here we have Maldives. Okay, one of the neighboring island nation of the India. So these are the India's neighbors. We are going to see about them again and again as we move up till I think 12th up till we reach 12th standard. Most of the NCRTs, I don't think so. Most part of the NCRT, I would need much to teach you in the class. Most of the part would have been finished by the time. Okay, so this is about India's neighbors. Now, very simple thing that the just we saw the physical setting of the India and geographical setting of India. Now, geographical settings cannot be the base for the to run the administration, because there are so many problems. For example, if you make Himalayas passing through certain states, so all state, if you make all these states, we make into the one state, it will be very difficult to keep all the people together and to run the administration very efficiently. Or let us make Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Karnataka, all states in the on the peninsula as a one single state. So you'll have lots of fighting between the people. So administratively, it's very difficult. Socially, it is very difficult when we have such a huge diverse country like India. So political and administrative divisions are different. We call them as states and union territories. So recently we know that one new state was created, Telangana, and then the union territories have been created, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. So you can see this map is corresponding to these new union territories. Ladakh, POK is coming in the Ladakh. Remember, Pak occupied Kashmir is not coming into the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Most part or almost all Gilgit Baltistan is coming under the Ladakh. Okay, so Leh is the capital of this Union Territory Ladakh, and Srinagar is Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so this initially we had only 7 union territories. Now we have 9 union territories. So in this NCRT, the list of all the states, their capitals, union territories, and their capitals have been given. So this is very important. It might be asked us in this examination about all the union territories. So slowly, we will see this as time passes. We are going to see these things. So this is very important, but very small and very simple chapter. Nothing has been given in this chapter. Much has been given in this chapter. Okay. So there are no much MCQs in this chapter. So just you have to remember a few things, like what is the north-south distance, what is the east-west distance, how many are the union territories, how many are the states are there in case of India. Okay, latitudinal extent, longitudinal extent, time zone of the India, that we have seen that 82.5 is running through Allahabad, Mirzapur. Okay, so through UP this standard timeline is India's standard timeline is going through. So these are the important things. They will keep on coming again and again. Okay. So I hope you guys have understood this chapter. If you have any doubt, please ask me this question on the social media. Okay. So see you guys for the next chapter. Thank you.